Financial inclusion has been a key focus on governments all over the world as they work towards the goal of tackling poverty and financial inequality for their citizens. Financial inclusion, which basically means access to financial products and services for all individuals regardless of personal net worth, is important because it will not only help individuals but will also help develop entire communities and drive economic growth at a national level. According to the World Bank estimate, about 1.7 billion adults worldwide still lack access to even a basic bank account, and a large number of this figure is concentrated in Africa.
As soon as the sun rises early in the morning, with a golden light casting on the beautiful mountains of the Horn of Africa, thousands of Somalis rise for their daily activities and preoccupations, already on their ways for many businesses. Transactions ensue in different forms with the ultimate goals of survival and satisfying each parties in different transactions. The question here is, how do all these transactions ensue, and on which platform? Of course, the answer is there. Telesom Zaad provides that efficient and easy platform for many transactions around here.
In the Eastern African nation of Somaliland, a financial inclusion is on the rapid growth as a result of a unique homegrown solution which has helped the nation to get most of its citizens in the financial loop. It is called Zaad, a mobile money platform which is championed by Telesom, one of the major licensed mobile telecom operators in Somaliland and Eastern Africa.
Telesom is a mobile operator company established in 2002 and is the leading mobile operator company in Somaliland. Telesom provides mobile services from voice, SMS, mobile broadband to dedicated services for international NGOs who are working in humanitarian projects. Telesom has good telecom infrastructure and covers almost 85% of the country.
Zaad is a service, mobile financial service. Actually, the community of Somaliland before this service, they were actually financially excluded. Little of them, or they have accounts in the remittances, but when we launched the service came up with features and services. One of the popular features of Zaad is the person-to-person transfer, merchant payment, cash in and cash out services, and airtime top-up or data top-up. So that are the basic services the people and the basic features the people use for Zaad.
Little wonder, an American business magnate, software developer, philanthropist and co-founder of Microsoft Corporation, Bill Gates, remarks the operational benefits of this innovation in this part of the world.
To Somaliland, where the mobile operator there, Telesom, has so much going on that people hardly cash out at all. On average, it's once per month, and so there's actually more going on with the digital currency than there is with the paper currency. That's the one, although it's a small economy, where that's absolutely the furthest along.
Unlike conventional money, which is transferred from hand to hand using physical banknotes or coins, mobile money is a form of digital legal tender which allows users to transfer value in an electronic way from one user to another using their mobile devices. Mobile money has been so far very effective in driving financial inclusion in Somaliland as a result of mobile telephone penetration in the country. For example, while only 15% of adults have a bank account, 90% of the population own a mobile phone. Hence, getting more people included financially is more effective using mobile money. This has created a significant rise in the number of Somalilanders who are now a part of the global financial economy through the mobile money providers like Zaad.
TAJ is a global money transfer company who have a global presence. We are everywhere where you can find Somalis, and before it was difficult to transfer money especially to Somaliland because the communication here in Somaliland was limited, but after Zaad arrived it became easier because it's now accessible to almost all Somalilanders. So it has become convenient to send money, and it's easier to collect here in Somaliland because you don't need actually to collect, but it arrives instantly.
macaamiisha aad iyo aad buu saadka nooga caawiyay waxa nooga caawiyay macaamiisha markii hore.
It helps the customers who have some difficulties of physically walking to our business offices to receive their money. People send money from abroad any time of the day, and immediately we receive the money. We remit through Zaad system, which has been in use since 2009 by Tawakkal, both for personal and business purposes, is helpful for our business.
waxaan isticmaalanay laga soo bilaabo 2009 2009 laga soo bilaabo ayaan isticmaalanay oo ku shaqeynay anaguna aan personal isticmaalnay.
sayidka waxaan isticmaalay marka muddo ilaa 8 sano meelahaas ayaan isticmaalay.
I have been using Zaad for around 8 years, and it has many advantages for me. Our customers prefer the Zaad payment over cash carrying approach.
dollarka ku kasta
run ahaantii sayidku waxyaabo badan bay saashay qofka hadduu matalan joogo imka kale gurigiisa.
In the olden days, people had to walk to our place to change the money, but that has gone as now. We exchange money via Zaad accounts. Customers change their money from shilling to dollar and vice versa with click via their phones. It is much easier than ever before.
ahaantii imka waxaan isticmaalnay muddo ilaa 5 sano oo isticmaalnay sayidka ilaa 7 sano.
anigoo oo Ibrahim oo Burcad degan in laantaydu ay ka shaqaysay Boorami.
My money exchange branch works in Borama, Ergafo, Hargeisa, Odweyne, Ainabo, and all over Somaliland. While in my home, all my customers are using my service, and that made it good progress. It is more beneficial and more profitable than before. Many young people joined this mobile money exchange to get better livelihood.
Telesom, which is one of the first and the leading mobile money operators in East Africa, has introduced its mobile money platform known as Zaad in 2009. After a couple of years, other network operators in the region took the same footsteps of Telesom and introduced their mobile money, notably Zaad of Somtel, in 2012.
Somaliland is one of the very developed sector in Somaliland. It's the telecom, which we have actually covering all the country. We have a latest technology. We have a mobile wallet, and everybody using a mobile wallet. And the statistics we have now, and almost the people Somalilanders more than 16 years old, at least they have a mobile, and at least they almost 73% they are using mobile money, which they do all their transactions, everything in their mobile. So it's a very good growing sector, and it's actually one of the sectors that you cannot see in most of the other countries that what we have in Somaliland.
To own a wallet is as simple as owning a telephone number, as the registration process is not only fast and easy, but the special treatment you get explains a true definition of friendly environment. Abdurrahman Shire is the manager of Telesom Zaad.
In the individual account, the person should have a formal ID, formal identity, to show or to provide that identity is the basic necessary, and also we take other information like, for example, job information, contact person, inheritor, and address. We gather other information, and also we take the picture of the recent photo of the customer. But the basic requirement is to have an ID, national ID, passport, driving license, and that. So that is necessary, the person to have a Zaad account. And for the businesses, they should have a license or registration certificate from government provided certificate or license and like that. And actually for the corporate accounts like that.
Telesom has more than 1 million subscribers, which account for 85% of mobile connections in the Somaliland. About 40% of these are active users of Zaad mobile money. This no doubt has helped move a good number of previously unbanked people into the banked category in Somaliland.
muddadan saadka isticmaalayay imika ilaa 9 sanadood kama yaraa saadku wallahi waxyaabo badan buu iga caawiyaa
Zaad has revolutionized the way we used to conduct our business, and we welcome the company for facilitation of transactions. Debt collecting has been quite hard for us before, but not anymore. We call him or her to pay the money, and they do. Likewise, I carry the cash at the end of our businesses to the nearest Zaad office and receive e-money. For me, I can easily send any amount of money I owe to my goat or sheep seller without moving from here. It is an amazing system. It is a successful company that benefits its customers. No travel cost. We talk over the phone after calculating. It's that simple.
dadka customerkii ee alaabta ka iibsanay fudaydin uu sameeyo qof meeg jooga laftiisa oo saada si yar fudud kugu dira.
It facilitates the payment for both myself and my customers. On the other hand, I need to get stock outside the town. All I do is dial the code. The system is helpful in so many ways.
baxay amba wixii soo gal lafteeda xisaabaha lafteeda noo fududiya.
ganacsi ahaan aad iyo aad baan ganacsigaygu ugu horumaray.
In business field, I made a good progress because of Zaad. I took my business to another level and distant places. I sell milk in this rural fridge. Before, my customers used to come physically to my shop, and now my customers are in Las Anod and Borome. They can order milk and send money through Zaad. Business is done while we have not seen each other.
Zaad continues to work with humanitarian organizations and provide CVA disbursement as CVA programming accounts for a large portion of their revenue stream. It also provides a way for Zaad to support affected, vulnerable populations in real time and help improve their lives.
Zaad is used almost by everyone on a daily life. For us, it has simplified all cash transfers because the cash distribution in some areas is very difficult. It's not safe. And now when something happens in a remote area or a conflict between clans or between other people or the security became very difficult, the best way to reach those in need are by using cash. This cash department is working with all activities we are doing. When there is a need for cash distribution, including our salaries. Our salaries are distributed to the mobile clinics in the remote areas by sending money through mobile, through Zaad, because that's the most reliable. The main reason why we are using Zaad is for safety of the cash, because cash is directly going to the mobile of the person without the knowledge of other people. That's very safe. Money is coming to you without any other knowing, only you. It is not time consuming. You can send cash to thousands and thousands at one time.
In Somaliland, humanitarian assistance comes as a huge response to a severe effect of drought and internal displacement resulted from the civil war, and these are distributed through Zaad. To make it easier even for the rural dwellers who are not lettered, a special humanitarian innovation program tagged the Voice ID project was introduced to accelerate the delivery and impact of digital humanitarian assistance. This is to verify beneficiaries of mobile money-supported humanitarian cash transfers in Somaliland to inform the future of digital humanitarian response, and with just a dial of a short code, your voice is recognized for appropriate action.
The Voice ID is an initiative started by Telesom and piloted with the CARE International. CARE International, being one of the biggest implementer of cash assistance projects in Somaliland, wanted to find solution for the challenge they have faced with the cash assistance projects in Somaliland.
The Voice ID project, payments are made through voice matching, where beneficiaries record their voices during registration, and at cash withdrawal or during the cash transfer, they pronounce the same phrase that they did or said during the registration. So the Voice ID project will relieve the challenge we are having at field level, as we will not be requiring to visit the field and collect these thumbprints from beneficiaries physically through paper.
CARE International told us today that we can receive cash by dialing 374. My Telesom key is my voice.
Congrats, your payment is successful. Please say my Telesom key is my voice, then press hash.
My Telesom key is my voice.
CARE International told us that we can withdraw cash by dialing 374 and using our voice.
374.
My Telesom key is my voice. I have used the passphrase. My Telesom key is my voice.
Zaad makes a major contribution to the success and growth of the economy of Somaliland by facilitating cross-border trade and commerce. The economy of Somaliland relies primarily on livestock or animal herding and agriculture. However, livestock production, which is a major national export in trade with neighboring countries such as Djibouti and Gulf states like United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia and Oman. Telesom Zaad has been instrumental in the process to facilitate payment in these export operations.
This is Somaliland Sayleda, where livestock are being sold. Here you can find goats, ram, camel. Of course, you can see them behind me. These camels here are ready to sell out. But ask me one question. How are these transactions going to be? Is it going to be through cash or what? Of course, this is where the service of Zaad comes in. Let's go and ask one of the sellers and know how they transact with all these livestock.
كاش كان ولا استعمال سادك إيه قبل حرقة صارية حرقة صارية كاش كوسده.
When the Zaad launched in June 2009, it developed its strategy to suit the business environment in Somaliland, using salary payments as an entry point into the system. It focused on convincing employers to adopt a mobile money for salary payments and as such drew in a lot of users with minimal efforts.
We convince the customers as they know, so we engage them, some like we use media, traditional media, that's the customers are very familiar, like radios, newspapers, and then we use nowadays we use digital media, social media, we use door-to-door marketing, sometimes we use mass and effective campaigns to engage Zaad registration. So we adapted, I cannot say we adapt single strategy, but we adapted different strategies through Zaad services. So that will give us an advantage to register the largest, and we have the largest number of Zaad users.
The salary earners in turn go out to make transactions using the Zaad for payment, and as such, more merchants began to accept mobile money at their stores, thus building a thriving mobile money ecosystem, which is one of the best in the world today.
To tell the truth, Zaad is one of our best service we have ever had in Somaliland since we started the business. We can compare also the life without Zaad and the life with Zaad. Now we feel in a business way, we get the easiest way without internet, without nothing. It's cashless, that means which is noteless. You can send money without nothing, with just only click. So we appreciate Zaad service and telecom companies. I can say without Zaad is something we were missing, like we couldn't do, we couldn't walk. It's like a child which is going to start to walk, and a child which is growth, has a quick growth which is going to run. So we are feeling like now we can run. We get the Zaad, we can run. We can do our business. Like the best thing that we can tell you the Zaad is like we can send the money to our suppliers, to our customers, to our tax clearance. It's a very easy service. That doesn't need also internet, that doesn't need time. At night I can send, at day I can send, at any time I can send.
Service, it's a good idea, and we think with Telesom to bring us Zaad here because it simplifies the process of sales of our company. Yeah, it gives us, it helps us. Yeah, every customer can come to us, can send his money through Zaad, no difficulties, no worries. It makes it very simple to the business. According to our business, it helps us.
Zaad service is multi-currency platform and supports e-shilling service of the Central Bank of Somaliland, making it easier for government employees to receive their salaries through Zaad without any hassles.
The mobile money is very, you can receive, store and spend your money in the mobile system. And it's very widespread in Somaliland. Usage of the mobile system. We can say we are cashless society. Cashless society. In the sense, I have not carried cash in my pockets for the last 2 years. So all the civil servants in Somaliland, almost all of them, they have a mobile wallet. So we thought it's more convenient to use the mobile system to pay their salaries. So far, about 4,000 government employees receive their monthly salaries through the mobile system. And our target for 2021 is 10,000 employees. And the technology is very easy. Every employee has to open an account with central bank. When he's opening the account, we have to certify his identity and that he works actually for the government. You have to have a letter for the National Civil Service Commission. Once we identify his identity and that he's a government employee, we open an account. And then the Ministry of Finance transfers his salary to his account by wire. Once it goes to his account, we connect his account with the mobile money providers. For example, Zaad, Zaad. We connect. So the employee gets his salary through his mobile. He finds his full salary at his mobile. And then he has a right. And then he can use it without going to anywhere. He can use his mobile system for buying or spending. So it eliminated the bureaucracy of payrolls and many paperwork. Also, it eliminated what we call ghost workers. Yeah, it's people who take salaries or who are on the payroll and they are not actually working for the government. Either because someone has died and it replaced him, or he went abroad and nobody traces him. But now, since he has to have a bank account, his identity is verified, they are eliminated. And that's good for the economy. It has saved some money for the government.
waxaan kaloo xusayaa una mahad celinayaa labada shirkadood ee Telesom iyo Somtel oo qayb weyn ka qaatay amba kaba ah mashruucan.
I give many thanks to Telesom and Somtel, again, which play a huge role in this program. Let us get to some details. Salary is given in 4 different ways distinctively over the past few decades. We used to pay salary in cash, which was the old form of salary disbursement. But this time, we are improving by moving into mobile wallets accessible on our phones.
habkii ugu horeeyay way habka walletka ka dambeeyay inuu guureyno habka laakiin ugu horeeyay wuxuu ahaa habka booha maxay ahayd cashka.
Somaliland operators have the capacity and leadership to take their role in leading telecom sector in Horn Africa and in Africa as general. One example that I can tell is about the growth of mobile money service in the country, which motivated changes in business model in the country, and also it took part about what they call financial inclusion.
In alignment with the company's mission to provide customers with affordable access to financial services, Zaad does not charge transaction fees to customers or merchants. Literacy, no doubt, is a huge factor in mobile money adoption. A 2014 report puts the literacy level in Somaliland at 48%. This proved a challenge to the adoption and growth of mobile money in its early stages. With up to 70% of the population not privileged to have education, it was hard getting a larger part of the population to adopt the idea of mobile money services. However, as they saw the benefits, a growing number of Somalilanders have incorporated the service into their everyday lives over time.
Because the Somaliland community were bankless or don't have a bank account, and even the financial literacy was very, very low. So in order to persuade them at the first day, we have created a slogan that can and explain them or convince them to know the advantage of this service. For example, we're using Dirso, Kaitso, Ipso, send, pay, and save with Zaad. So the person can easily understand this service is a service that can give you to pay easily with this electronic money, to send to your relatives in anywhere in the country, to save money in this. So, and this is the need of the community. How can I easily send money? How can I easily buy? How can I save? Because they don't have mobile, they don't have bank accounts. No banks in the country when we started the service. So actually that was the slogan. The people can easily understand the advantage of this service for them. And again, we started the service with emergencies. And even we selected the top or the biggest emergencies in the country. When they accept the money, the electronic accounts and the Zaad accounts, all the rest of the businesses, they see, oh, these are reputable business, they use the Zaad services, oh, we can also use it. So it's a way that we use to convince the biggest businesses in the country to accept the electronic money via Zaad services. And the third thing that we do is we work it a lot to convince the employers who have the biggest numbers of the employee to pay the payroll, monthly payment, the payroll of their staff through Zaad. So majority of the employers they use, even Telesom, who was one of the biggest employers in the country, at first when we launched the service, we pay the employee, the staff of Telesom through the Zaad. And that is the strategies we take. And one other strategy is that we make the service free of charge. And it is something that every person can try to, because no cost with the service. So the people can easily try, and when they try it, actually they know the convenience, the time saving, cost saving of the service, and they actually gradually. When we were only 1 year old, the transactions went up actually, and the usage started to be very, very active.
It is true that the use of Zaad service requires you mastering some short codes on a local scene, but with the introduction of Wi-Fi, an all-in-one application opens a window to the world.
Now we have not only Zaad, we have a portfolio of mobile money services. So now we have a Wi-Fi service, which is an international service, so then you can take your mobile from Somaliland to other countries, so you can use when you are in room. Also we have a touch, is another service which is based on Zaad service, it's a remittance. So if you are a Zaad familiar, you can use easily globally. And also we have an interconnection with other, other mobile money providers in Somalia and globally. So if you roam your mobile to the globe, easily you can use Zaad. So now Zaad is international service.
Today, Zaad service is being widely adopted for payments across all sectors for various kinds of transactions that range from school fees, salaries payments, shopping, petty trading, and many others. It is also used by inter- and intra-city commuters, as well as for paying for flight tickets.
This is a regular market in the heart of Hargeisa, and this one bus is a popular bus that everybody, after buying what you're buying, you bought this bus, and then this is one of the passengers. Okay, I'm going to board now and see how it goes, whether payment is going to be through cash or through mobile money transfer. Come on. I just got out of the bus now. Payment simplified, transaction made simple. All coded in one, just a dial, a code from your phone, and payment is made simple.
The mobile money helped out or improved the financial inclusion, as well as the economic development and state development in Somaliland. In University of Hargeisa particularly, it helped out in a lot of challenges. In fact, it solved a lot of challenges for us, University of Hargeisa. For instance, before we used to use formal payment of money, or I mean the physical payment of money, without using this mobile money. Then we had a long queues. Students used to use queues, a very long queues, It took us sometimes 1 week or 2 weeks for students to pay their fees, and sometimes that is for the students. For administratively, sometimes we had a time that the procedure, the administrative procedure at the University of Hargeisa, the president should approve the salaries. He have to approve certain other payments too. As well, the finance director should have some approval, procedures. We had a time when the president and the other finance officials were away, and we had no one who to approve. And so I think mobile money in University of Hargeisa solved all these problems for us. And students currently pay their fees. I can say 80% they pay their fees through this mobile money, using the Zaad mainly. It's 889 service, where they can directly deposit to the bank, the Dar es Salaam bank. Then they can take the receipt from the bank to the finance.
haddii aan isku dayo waxa weeyaan dhowr su'aalood adeega Zaad wuxuu runtii.
We use that system for all aspects of our activities, including paying teachers' salary or buying things from the market. It helps the school a lot, especially with the payment of school fees.
Zaad makes everything is so easy. Before Zaad, the people get the cash might lost. So Zaad makes everything is easy. As a way company, 90% of our clients and traders use Zaad service because Zaad have a reference, and also it is more easy than to pay a cash services, because Zaad services security is end-to-end encrypted. So if you lost 0.1 cent, they may find you easily. So it is reliable. They have a reference, so we haven't faced a security challenge through that service.
It has made life really easy, not just for the management of the company or this organization, but for the individual staff that work with the company. They talk about the ease of being able to do transactions here. They are able to send money, and students come in here. They don't need to come in with cash. We don't take cash here. They just transfer through Zaad. So it has been a very helpful platform for the smooth running of our organization, and it's applaudable. I really commend the effort of those who came up with this idea and put it in place. So many countries, not just in Africa, even in the West, have not been able to perfect this kind of system. But Somaliland has proven that they are technologically advanced in terms of putting Zaad in place, and it has made things a bit, in fact, not a bit, very much easy to do transaction. The ease of doing business, you can send $1,000 to somebody, you can send $100, you can send even down to $1 you can send to the person. So you don't need to go about holding cash with you. I think the last time I held cash now, it has been up to 2 years. Since then, I've not had cash with me. I just only have my money on my mobile phone. I go to wherever I want to go. If I want to get the bus, I pay through Zaad shillings, and there has been no stress at all, and it's easy to even convert the money either from dollars to shillings or from shillings to dollars. So I think it's a very, very improved and advanced platform.
Unlike other mobile money services around the world, as M-Pesa of Kenya, Alipay of China, and many others, Zaad is the only dual currency mobile money service which operates as a financial interface between the US dollars and the Somaliland shilling. Zaad has also been helpful at reducing fraudulence and corruption practices, as the service is instrumental to a technical chain trace of the flow of money within the financial ecosystem of Somaliland.
Mobile money, when you are going to register yourself to the mobile provider, they will ask you your identity, who you are, evidence, your ID card, your background, and once you use the mobile money, you can be traced. And if you are used, and there is limits for the money. For example, your limit is $1,000, $2,000 according to your income. So if you are using, normally those people, fraudulence or money laundering, they use huge funds transfer, millions or billions. So I don't think they will benefit from the mobile money transfers, which is mainly intended for, people with low income or middle income or salaried people who are using 100, 1,000, 3,000, 4,000, something like that. But for bulk transfers, which is money laundering, I don't think it will be suitable to use the mobile money system.
Concerns about cybersecurity usually comes up as a major risk factor in the use of mobile money. However, with Zaad, such concerns are well taken care of as it runs on a sophisticated platform with hack-proof cybersecurity backend as well. Customers' confidence in Zaad's system is very strong. Customers are assured of safety of their fund even when things go wrong, like in cases of phone loss, transaction errors, among others.
In terms of security, there are a team who are dedicated for the security of the service, and actually we didn't encounter any security issues. Actually there are fraud, or what they call social engineering and like that, but customers might encounter from a person or like that who is telling that man send me that money or something like that, but actually or sending an SMS saying, oh, you have get money from that person, which is not money actually. That fraud can encounter, the customers can encounter, but actually we didn't encounter any security issues. We have actually our IT department, they work very hard to do everything that can secure the system, and actually we have security procedures that we follow in order to make the system secure actually, and we thank Allah that we didn't see any problem yet.
Telesom Zaad has made a significant paradigm shift in the financial ecosystem of Somaliland. Its service has proven to be very fast, easy, effective and safe compared to other means of transactions or mobile money platforms across the region.
It said it's reliable, so if you are in Somaliland or other countries, or if you come to the abroad and come to Somaliland, use that service because it is mostly easyable money to use. It is so easy, it is reliable, and it also has a reference.
Money in Zaad is in safe hands. All my money or wealth I have is in Telesom Zaad account, both in US dollars and Somaliland shillings, and I am confident on its use.
Zaad is good opportunity for business progress. All businesses activities go through Zaad. We use as a saving account, sometimes as an accounting system and money transfer. Without Zaad, our business would have not worked 100%.
The goal of financial inclusion is to place in the hands of the poorest and the most vulnerable in the society the tools to help them step out of the poverty and cut down financial inequality, as they are all empowered to build wealth and create better lives for themselves. With the coming on Zaad, this is becoming a reality in Somaliland.